Good evening. My name is Jerry Hosey, and this is discussion post number 2 for HIUS 512 American Revolution at Liberty University. My topic for this discussion concerns women of the Revolutionary Era, and I will be speaking about Molly Pitcher. You may notice in the scholarly articles I discussed today that Molly is spelled differently in some of them. I suspect the reason why is because Molly Pitcher was not Mary Ludwig Hays' real name. No matter though, because her contributions to the American Revolution are great, regardless of that. But how did she get that nickname, Molly Pitcher? Well, legend has it that her husband joined infantry regiment under William Irvine in 1777. He had been a soldier before that as well, but joined that in 1777, and later was staged at Valley Forge during the Infamous Winter of 1777 and 1778 under George Washington. At uncertain points, Mary joined him, and she would be caring for the soldiers in the camp at the time, all the way up until the Battle of Monmouth on June 28th of 1778. Gertrude Biddle and John Keith discuss Mary in a chapter of Notable Women of Pennsylvania, where they discerned that the soldiers that gave Mary her nickname Molly Pitcher, after they saw her constantly passing to and fro, quotations, with a pitcher in hand, and so therefore they call her Molly Pitcher. Ida Sullivan discusses Molly Pitcher in her article Nurses of American History, the Revolution. She says that the services that Mary Ludwig Hays performed resembled those of a nurse of the time. Those duties included providing cooked meals or doing laundry, providing water, other drinks, especially for the sick, caring for them. And those were quite a few back in the day, especially sick people, at Valley Forge, especially, and so on. That falls in line with soldiers seeing her constantly passing by with pitchers of water or whatever it would be, and so I think she probably was a nurse, at the Battle of Monmouth and things of that nature. But Molly, as I'll call her from now on, would go to do more than just nursing. She would play a part in the Battle of Monmouth. Her husband, he's stationed at a cannon during the fighting, right? But he goes down, he's wounded. Molly decides to take her husband's place at the cannon, and she's actually working the cannon in the battle. Stoking the cannon with the rammer, things of that nature, helping it fire. There's a legend out there that the British had a cannon as well, and one of them lopped right past her. She said, "Well, that was close." But she does great in the Battle of Monmouth, which is generally seen as a draw or not really a win for the Americans. But she does great, and she saved a lot of lives on the American side. And her deeds do not go unnoticed. In fact, almost 50 years later, she would receive an annuity from the Pennsylvania Legislature for her services during the war. One of only a few women to get that distinction, according to Biddle. But what I think is really cool, in the town of Carlyle, Pennsylvania, where she was living at the time she married her first husband, and at the time I guess he was living afterwards, they erected a monument in her honor for the Battle of Monmouth. My final scholarly piece is from the American Magazine of Art, which shows the Molly Pitcher Memorial. It's erected in 1916. There she is on top of the memorial with the cannon rammer. She's got gunpowder into the cannon. She's firing the cannon, helping in every way she possibly can. There's a replica cannon there too, below that, and there are panels on the bottom of the memorial showing Molly in action during the Battle of Monmouth. Truly a remarkable individual. I encourage you all to check that out. My citation below. I will leave you with there's some discrepancy, there's some disagreement about when Molly's husband died. Some say he died during the Battle of Monmouth, but there's some who say he died after. What we do know is that Molly did eventually marry again after he passed away. So he does pass away at some point, and she becomes Mrs. Macaulay, a woman of many names, but of great stature and fantastic contributions to the Revolutionary War. Well, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope to see you guys down the road. Thank you.